Our universe is made up of mysteries. Countless secrets remain locked away out of our reach. Humans have a desire for knowledge that urges us to try and find out mysteries of the past, present, and future alike. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at 3 fascinating mysteries. The mystery of fast radio bursts and where they come from. Astronomers have discovered that somewhere out in the vastness of space is some strange anomalous mystery object. Not only that, but it keeps giving off extremely large blasts of radio waves. These have been observed coming out from around it in all directions, travelling at the speed of light. Fast radio bursts, or FRBs for short, have always been a mystery for astronomers trying to understand the strange nature of the cosmos. But this new finding might help to shed light on what might be causing these strange signals. When astronomers turned their attention to the possible source of these sounds, they discovered an area with an extremely strong magnetic field, suggesting that the FRBs come from an unexplainable object that exists in a very intense galactic environment. Scientists are still trying to understand what could be causing this extreme magnetic source, and not many theories have arisen since its discovery back in January of 2018. The lead researcher on the matter, Emily Petrov, working out of the Netherlands Institute for Radio Astronomy, claimed that researchers are directly probing the local environment of a source in a distant galaxy said to be responsible for this matter more than 3.8 billion light-years away. The current theory of the cause is said to be that of a supermassive black hole that might be affected by a nearby entity causing the source of the magnetism, though any additional information is completely unclear on the matter. The research group is confident that in a few years, more creative theories will emerge to help explain this strange radio anomaly coming from deep space and what it could mean for the extreme local galactic environment. DNA mutations in the human genome. Scientists have always been fascinated with how we evolved into the creatures we are today. But genetic breadcrumbs are much harder to follow than finding tools and artifacts hidden in mines. In an attempt to solve this problem, scientists with Globe Institute's Geogenetics Center at Denmark's University of Copenhagen developed an artificial intelligence program that can help pinpoint these breadcrumb clues in the modern-day human genome by comparing it to our older, extinct ancestors, such as the Neanderthals and the Denisovans. They were specifically looking for evidence of adaptive introgression, where intermingling of early human species resulted in genetic changes imparting an adaptive advantage for the survival of humans. As humans evolved, mutations that conferred beneficial advantages were more likely to remain in the gene pool and increase the survivability of ancient humans. Similarly, interbreeding with other species of humans would add new genetic material from a more established gene pool that might have certain preferable advantages. Neanderthals and their less prolific cousins, the Denisovans, were living concurrently thousands of years ago with Homo sapiens, and it is assumed that the 3 species interbred when they encountered each other, making it highly likely that modern humans still carry some Neanderthal and Denisovan genes in our DNA. Before the development of the artificial intelligence program, scientists could only estimate the levels of adaptive introgression, and believe that it is likely that up to 40% of Neanderthal DNA survives spread out through the collective human gene pool, although any given individual would have much less than this 40%. The artificial intelligence program they created is highly trained in order to accurately locate regions where adaptive introgression could have occurred and link these instances to potential Neanderthal or Denisovan DNA. Fernando Racimo, a geneticist with Geogenetics Center working on the project, firmly believes that the AI program will uncover interesting new findings, saying, "Our method is highly accurate and outcompetes previous approaches in power. We applied it to various human genomic datasets and found several candidate beneficial gene variants that were introduced into the human gene pool. These candidates were then studied, and although some of them were already sites known to researchers, there were several sites that surprised the researchers. The program found strong adaptive introgression candidates from Neanderthals in European genomes that affect blood and blood cell counts, and Denisovan introgression in Melanesian genomes that affect such critical functions as blood-related diseases, tumor suppression, skin development, metabolism, and many neurological diseases. However, further studies into what these findings mean for evolution and the human race are ongoing. The Neanderthal and Denisovan DNA mutations are likely beneficial where they are present in carriers, as they have remained for tens of thousands of years, and the scientists with geogenetics hope to be able to work backwards to gain an understanding of how the genes of ancient hominids might have affected their survival. Stone tools discovered in the Sahara Desert. A very early relative of Homo sapiens, Homo erectus, evolved an astonishing 2 million years ago, and is largely believed to be the first humanoid species that travelled the world, beginning in Africa and travelling into many far-reaching parts of Europe and Asia. Although their bodies were physiologically similar to modern human bodies, they had a smaller brain and a larger, heavier forehead than we do today. Nevertheless, they are considered the first step in the evolution of the human species, and it is believed that several intervening species, such as Heidelbergensis and Homo antecessor, resulted from the travels of Homo erectus. Because of this, scientists and anthropologists carefully study the movements of Homo erectus and look for any clues as to where they went on their migrations and what they might have been doing along the way. The latest of these clues was discovered when hundreds of ancient stone tools were uncovered by miners reopening a previously abandoned Saharan desert gold mine in northeastern Sudan. There was a veritable trove of the tools, from cleavers to hand axes and many stone flakes, that led archaeologists to believe that the area might have been a workshop where the tools were chiseled. These flakes are known archaeologically as debitage, and can give researchers clues as to the craftsmanship and style of the resulting tools. The area was very carefully excavated, and the sediment layers above the tools were analysed for any clues that could give researchers insight into the activities of the hominids that created and used them. And what they discovered was both shocking and exciting. The sediment layer above the site dated back almost 400,000 years, meaning that the tools themselves are almost certainly much, much older. One professor from the Institute of Archaeology of the University of Wrocław guesses that, based on the workmanship displayed in the tools, they are between 700,000 and a staggering 1 million years old. This would mean that this workshop is the oldest known record of tool manufacturing in the region. Part of what makes this find so exciting is that usually tools and other artifacts found in deserts cannot be accurately dated, as the sediment layers have mixed over time and distorted the chronology. However, because these were found deep underground in a gold mine that has been carefully excavated in order to safely dig down and search for the ore, the deep sediment layers were still intact, and an accurate evaluation was able to be made. It appears that the Homo erectus that were using this workshop of sorts broke off quartzite cores and chiseled them into cleavers and other tools featuring a transverse edge, and archaeologists believe that the site was also used for working with wood, bones, and other organic matter that was not preserved so well in the intervening years. However, the remaining stone is definitely a major find that can tell us a lot about how these first hominids lived and worked as they slowly evolved into the Homo sapiens of today. But what do you make of these recent discoveries? Make sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.